Good afternoon and welcome in to your daily community briefing here live on WBON TV Channel 9. Michael Watkins here with you on the news desk once again. Appreciate you being with us here, folks, on this wet, rainy edition of the daily community briefing, which is brought to you by Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Keep your power equipment working strong all season long with help from Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Let Bishop's service your mower and power equipment located on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We're also brought to you by Affordable Heating and Air. For all your heating and air needs, call Brian with Affordable Heating and Air Conditioning at 859-779-0122. In our lead story today, the man that was found dead off Jason Drive on Monday has been identified by the Madison County coroner following an investigation with Richmond Police Department and pending autopsy conducted in Frankfort. According to Coroner Jimmy Cornelison, the man was identified as 49-year-old Shannon Keith of Nicholasville. However, Cornelison adds that there are still questions that need to be answered regarding cause and the manner of death. Early indications show that it does not seem like Keith was harmed in any way, and no foul play is suspected by the authorities. Within the last 30 minutes, Madison County and other surrounding counties have been issued with a flash flood warning. Currently, Garrett County and Central Kentucky, Northern Lincoln County and Central Kentucky, and Southern Madison County have all been issued with a flash flood warning. That is until 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and looks like at 2:17 the Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches are possible in the warned area, and flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly. The impact of this flash flooding of small creeks and streams in urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other poor drainage and low-lying areas. Some locations that will experience the flash flooding include Richmond, Stanford, Lancaster, McCreary, Berea, Junction City, Hudsonville, Mance, Hackley, and Paint Lick. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles, so keep these tips in mind as you come upon water on the roadways. Well, Laurel County Sheriff's officers investigators were dispatched to a shooting which occurred on West Hal Rogers Parkway near London Wednesday afternoon. When deputies arrived, they located Timothy Miller of London with multiple life-threatening gunshot wounds in a pickup truck stopped on the eastbound shoulder of the parkway. According to police, a passing off-duty nurse stopped and performed CPR until paramedics arrived to the scene. Miller was later pronounced deceased at the scene by the Laurel County Coroner's Office. Sheriff's deputies and detectives were able to get a vehicle description from witnesses and learned that a black car with a long-haired driver was observed fleeing towards Pulaski County. That information was given to Laurel County 911 dispatch and then transmitted to law enforcement agencies in Pulaski County. A short time later, Somerset City Police, with assistance from Kentucky State Police, stopped the suspect with a matching physical description and vehicle. Authorities recovered a pistol along with numerous spent casings in the vehicle. The following investigation by the Laurel County Sheriff's officers determined that the driver of the car, later identified as 46-year-old Brian Eldridge of London, was the shooter. Eldridge allegedly told sheriff's investigators that he shot the victim but did not provide a reason why he shot the victim. However, investigators say that the two individuals were acquaintances. Witnesses at the scene stated they observed Eldridge pull alongside Miller's pickup truck and fire several rounds into the driver's side door. When the truck stopped along the shoulder, Eldridge reportedly turned around and fired several more rounds into Miller's vehicle before driving in the direction of Pulaski County. Eldridge has been charged with murder and is currently lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Center. In a social media post, now retired Richmond Police Chief James Ebert left a heartfelt message to the community he has served. In the post from Wednesday, it reads, "When I retire today, I will have had the honor of being the Chief of Police for almost 5 years. I want to thank the men and women, both civilian and sworn, of the Richmond Police Department for their support over these years. For without them and all of their hard work, the Richmond Police Department would not be what it is today, an outstanding professional police department that is customer service driven to keep our city and citizens safe. It was not easy at first being a new chief coming in from the outside, from the Frankfort Police Department, with all my new ideas for running a police department, implementing community policy changes, and ensuring transparency by implementing and holding law enforcement members accountable for our actions. However, with the hard work of the members of the Richmond Police Department, the ongoing support from our community and city government leadership, things started to take shape. I was hired as a change agent to establish a professional police department. We did this in part by doing three important things. First, we rededicated ourselves to living our mission statement, which is also as follows. The Richmond Police Department, in partnership with the community, consistently strives to deliver the highest level of professional law enforcement with full respect for human dignity and according to the highest standards of professional skill, integrity, and accountability. Second, we achieved accreditation from the Kentucky Association of Chiefs for Police in 2019. Third, we established a community policing philosophy. A community policing philosophy was put into place from the top to the bottom of the department, noting that community policing is not a program or just a few officers, but provides excellent customer service and partnering with all segments of our community. From 2017 to 2020, the department has participated in over 200 community-based events. These events have reached out to every segment of the Richmond community, and the policing philosophy has been embraced at all department levels and now is an established way of life within the Richmond Police Department. Citizen satisfaction and confidence in the department have also increased significantly, yet more work is being done, and I wish incoming Interim Chief Rodney Richardson even more success in keeping this community safe. To all, it has been an honor to serve you. And again, this is coming from the Richmond Police Chief Ebert, who retired yesterday. Well, if you plan on traveling this 4th of July weekend plan on shelling out some extra cash. According to AAA, you can expect to see an increase in gas prices as well as hotel and rental car costs. AAA says it's going to be one of the busiest holidays on record, and it's a simple case of supply and demand, especially following last year's pandemic. Well, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office recently took 2 individuals into custody following a wreck in an overturned car and 3 suspects who had allegedly fled on foot. According to the department, deputies took the 2 into custody early Wednesday morning, June 30th at approximately 3:06 a.m. The arrest occurred off I-75, 10 miles south of London, after deputies were dispatched to an injury traffic crash there. While en route to the scene, deputies were advised that a maroon-colored Pontiac Grand Prix was on its top and that the 3 subjects that had been in the vehicle had fled the scene on foot. Deputies were able to locate all 3 individuals nearby and conducted an investigation determining that the driver and 2 passengers were allegedly under the influence. Deputies noted detecting the odor of alcoholic beverages emitting from the 3 and possible injuries from the crash. The 3 individuals were identified as Charlotte Parton, age 29, of Carter Street, Woodbine, Kentucky, charged with operating a motor vehicle under the influence, her first offense, and leaving the scene of an accident, failure of non-owner operator to maintain required insurance, her first offense there as well. Another individual, Robert Lee Larison Jr., age 36, of Dayton, Ohio, was charged with alcohol intoxication in a public place, leaving the scene of an accident, giving officer false identifying information, and these 2 individuals were lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Center. A third individual, a female subject, age 18, of Dayton, was found to have a skull fracture and neck injuries and was flown to UK Medical Center for treatment and has been cited to Laurel District Court charged with leaving the scene of an accident, alcohol intoxication in a public place, giving officer false identifying information, and the 2 arrested individuals were lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Center. Well, if you want to catch some live music and get back to normalcy on the 4th of July, you are in luck as the Lake Reba fireworks are back to full capacity and ready for the big boom this weekend. To get all the details of bands and when the sky will light up on Sunday, WBON-TV spoke to Richmond Parks and Recreation's Mason Chambly. With the story, here's our news director, Marissa Hempel.
As things are starting to get back to normal following the pandemic and cancellation of many events from last year, the 4th of July here in Richmond at Lake Reba looks like it's still going to go off with a big bang. We talked to Richmond Parks and Recreation's Mason Chambly to get the details.
We are hoping exactly to kind of start migrating back to what we've usually done for the 4th of July. So we're going to have 3 live music performers out there. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have our fireworks display at 10 p.m. So we're really hoping this is everything that people are used to and are expecting and are really excited about. And so the gates will open at 4:30 for people to start coming in, setting up, parking, getting ready, and then we're going to start a live music at 5 p.m. The first band that we're going to have going on is going to be Vintage Voodoo. They're a local southern rock group here. And then they're going to play from 5 to 6. And then at 6 p.m. we're going to have Nightshade & Co. And they're going to be playing from 6 to 7:15 for another local rock band group duo. We're excited to have both of these awesome local bands here. They're both done a lot of playing around the area, and we hope people are pretty familiar with them. They're excited to come out and see them. And then at 8:15, we have our headliner for the night, the Powell Brothers. We were able to get them all the way from Houston, Texas, to come out here and be part of this show right before they head on a big touring schedule out west. So we're excited to have them headlining the show. They're excited to be headlining it. They've already been publishing videos and things like that talking about it. So, we're incredibly excited and happy and thrilled to have this partnership with this group. They are a country duo, and we think this is just going to be an awesome live music lineup that we have going. So we highly encourage everyone to come out and participate.
Chambly says local musician Alex Miller will perform the national anthem, and the fireworks will start off with a big bang at 10 p.m.
If you want to find out more information about that, of course, always go to our social media pages, visit our website at richmond.ky.us, or give us a call at 859-623-8753. But we're going to be sharing a lot more information, a lot more hype information about everything that we have going on that day. But yeah, we're hoping this is a thrilling and really awesome party for everyone after we've been locked down for a year.
As always, parking is free. However, you are encouraged to get there early, as there for once are no cap-offs to how many people can enter.
We have no cap-off restrictions in terms of attendance or anything like that. Parking is going to be free again this year, so we're trying to invite as many people, as we can into this event. We are going to try to be doing as safely as possible. We will be following any, COVID precaution guidelines, that are being issued by the state or the federal government at that time. So anything that has to do with social distancing or mask wearing or staying home when feeling sick, heading into that event, just so, we are being cautious, and we're still taking attention to some of these issues that are going on. But at the moment, we don't foresee any major restrictions on the celebration at all.
It seems that finally, Independence Day this year is back to normal here in Richmond. For more stories such as these that affect you locally and in the Central Kentucky and Eastern Kentucky area, always stay tuned right here to WBONTV.com. For Channel 9 News, I'm Marissa Hempel.
Thanks, Marissa. We hope everybody has a great 4th of July weekend. It's now time for our first commercial break here on the newscast. Don't go away. We'll come right back here live on WBON-TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
You know when you step outside and it feels absolutely perfect? The air's not too warm, not too cool, just perfection? Now imagine if you could have that same feeling inside your home at a price that feels even better. You can, thanks to the folks at Affordable Heating and Air. Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's Affordable Heating and Air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Back here on the newscast, brought to you by Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond at 635.5 Big Hill Avenue. Let Bluegrass Marble and Granite take care of all your remodels or fabrication needs. And we're also brought to you by Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. They have the best aftercare in the business. When every detail counts, remember Davis & Powell Funeral Home. Well, the Lexington Police Department arrested 24-year-old Quavon Winslow for a shots fired call on Monday, June 28th at approximately 4:19 p.m. Officers were dispatched to the 3500 block of Lansdowne Drive regarding several calls for shots fired. The suspect fled the scene before officers arrived, and upon further investigation, the video surveillance captured Winslow exchanging gunfire with other individuals at a local gas station. Winslow was arrested on Tuesday in Nicholasville with the assistance of Nicholasville Police Department and was charged with wanton endangerment first degree, 5 counts, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. He has been booked in the Jessamine County Detention Center. Well, Monday, Matt Rohn appeared on the sports show as a special guest and covered many topics surrounding EKU athletics. One of those topics being that was recently announced by Governor Beshear was the NIL concerning college athletes being able to brand themselves for revenue at the college level beginning today. For more on that interview, here's a clip from the sports show on Monday.
You know, one thing that's on the topic of everybody's mind right now, Governor Beshear came out last week and talked about, how a collegiate player now can use their own image or likeness to kind of get funds or get
Name,
paid for that.
image.
So talk about that and what you all are going to do or even if you all are allowed to be a part of that.
Yeah, so we've known this was coming for a while. I think, you've heard of the Supreme Court last week ruled 9-0 in what is called the Alston case.
Yep.
That a student athlete can now basically be compensated as long as it's tethered to their education. So that's a big piece that was coming down the line, and it ultimately popped last week. And then the other one was this notion of name, image, and likeness. And while there's still no federal legislation, just today the NCAA provided a little bit of guidance that says basically they're going to defer to states. And as long as you're doing what your state law prescribes, you're in good shape. And so last Thursday, I believe, Governor Beshear issued an executive order that is very consistent with kind of the footprint that we occupy, the southeast part of the United States. And so we're excited and thankful for that. Appreciate the opportunity that we had to give a little bit of feedback. And I think the bottom line for us is we support anything that makes the experience and allows our student athletes to benefit. And name, image, and likeness, just like yours is yours and mine is mine and yours is yours, they should be able, in my opinion, to be able to go out and do the things that they need to do to profit from that. And so it'll be a collaboration between us as a department, based on that executive order, and the student athletes themselves to make sure, that we're vetting contracts, that they're not signing anything that would conflict with a current contract that we have on campus, that they're not kind of, representing something in the space of which the university wouldn't want to be associated. But we're excited here in the next few days to be able to make an announcement of kind of our platform, what we're doing, and I think it'll be a differentiator for us, in time, to allow us to I think, help us in recruiting, certainly, but first and foremost to benefit our student athletes in the proper way.
I just want a little more insight into that. So if you've got a coach that, let's say Coach Hamilton has a sponsorship with, I don't know, let's say Central Kentucky Chevy Dealers or something like that. And could you have, a player also be a Central Kentucky Chevy dealer or a Central Kentucky Ford, something like that? And
or with that conflict, I guess that's the question.
Right, is that a conflict?
I think it depends on a lot, kind of the legalese and the language of those contracts.
Right.
Whereas if my deal, or say, we have a department deal with Jack Burford Chevrolet, and that student athlete brings something in that would conflict with that in some way, I think we reserve the right to say, no, we can't do that one. Or
so they would have to bring everything to you first.
Everything, it still will be a collaboration where, our compliance office and those student athletes will work very closely hand in hand on this to make sure that we're not compromising eligibility, but at the same time they're able to do what they need to do.
And to make sure it's legal and not shady.
Are the players going to have agents to go out there and seek that? Or?
There is a provision, again, and we're still trying to read it every single day line by line, but there is an athlete agent that a student athlete can be represented by, or provided counsel or advice by, as the statutes identify. But that's something that we'll work through as well. I look back at how many instances where you would hear, a student on campus could make a YouTube channel or be a social media influencer and profit off of that, but a student athlete couldn't.
Yep.
I think there's a little bit of common sense that's just coming into play now that says, hey, they're both students. They should both be able to do that just like anybody else, any faculty, staff, student athlete, whatever. But we just got to make sure that we're
doing it the right way.
Right.
More information on the NIL, you can check out EKUsports.com. It's now time for our second commercial break here on the newscast, folks. Appreciate you being with us. Plenty more to get to when we come back here live on WBON TV, Channel 9.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
The mission at H2 Health is to create a healthcare environment where their employees and clients love to be. They offer a wide range of services including physical therapy, occupational therapy, a chronic pain program, wellness and fitness programs, dry needling, and more. H2 Health is here to get you back in the game and feeling your best with locations in Richmond, Berea, and more. Visit h2health.com to learn more and get started today at H2 Health.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Donate or shop at the new location for the Habitat Restore in Madison County. The proceeds from the Habitat Restore go towards helping build a home for someone in need. Shop, donate, or volunteer at the new location for the Habitat Restore in the old CVS Pharmacy building on Main Street in Richmond.
You know when you step outside and it feels absolutely perfect? The air's not too warm, not too cool, just perfection? Now imagine if you could have that same feeling inside your home at a price that feels even better. You can, thanks to the folks at Affordable Heating and Air. Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's Affordable Heating and Air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Warehouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Warehouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Warehouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
The Old West, the way you remember it. Good guys and bad guys.
Come and join us as we watch and talk about the best of the West.
Western movies, TV shows, and more.
Draw Western Theater, Saturdays at 1 p.m.
Here on Richmond's very own Channel 9.
Back here on our newscast, folks, if you are looking to maybe see some of the images around the Richmond area, we have that up on our Facebook page now with some of the images sent in from residents around the Madison County area with rain all over the roadways here in Richmond and Berea. Looking at some of the COVID numbers, Madison County has released another update, 9 new cases today of COVID-19 to bring it up to 41 active cases in Madison County. The overall current incidence rate jumping up from 3.7 yesterday to 3.8 today. And over in Estill County, they have also had a big increase. They go from 1 for their current incident rate yesterday to 7.1 today. So a big uptick over there in Estill County. Still no counties in the red for the current incidence rate. We do have several in the orange, including Wolfe County, Owen, and Gallatin County, Logan, Caldwell, Hopkins, and Webster County. The overall state incident rate is 3.47, 2 days in a row that the overall state incident rate has jumped up, and several counties continuing to be in the green for the current incidence rate. Closest to us here in Madison County, Owsley County, Bourbon, and Mercer County, all in the green with an incident rate of 0. Folks, as we go throughout the rest of the evening, make sure to stay safe. If you see water over the roads, make sure to turn around. Don't drown. Keep you and your family safe, and be aware of what areas are flooded. Stay tuned to WBON TV's Facebook pages and other social media outlets, as we will let you know where water is over the roadways. That'll do it for us today on this Thursday edition of your Daily Community Briefing. We'll be right back with you tomorrow. Grindle Morton will be back in the anchor chair with you to close out another work week here on WBON TV, Channel 9.